300 for me.
Wow.
300.
300, Tone. Here we go. Episode 142. Tone's just told us, amazingly, his highest score in bowling is just a lazy 300. Is that true, Tone?
That is true, and I even get my mates to back it up. I also got the 7-10 split. Had the badge.
Happy birthday.
Wow.
Yeah, big
Champion.
swinger. That's fucking centuries ago.
Oh,
they
you
used
sort
to
of
break the wind up.
You've
though,
done
you
it.
know, like,
I can guarantee you none of us have done it. You've done it, mate.
You
That's your claim to
sound
fame.
like you know what you're talking about.
back in the day, yeah, bowling's pretty good. Yeah,
Mate, you would have been a dodgy bloody bowler, wouldn't you? You would have been hustling, or you'd have been
Stamping the floorboards.
Yeah,
I just to make sure the girls were bending over correctly.
Oh.
Yes, and eye on that.
Oh.
I can just imagine as well, like if he struck out Pezza,
Yeah.
and you know how those shoes are slippery, I reckon he would have done a moonwalk as his celebration
Oh,
too.
yeah, you went straight. Hey, I tell you what, his bowling shirt would have been undone to about his navel.
Oh,
golly. Anyway, episode
I didn't
142.
I didn't have the hairy chest and the big fucking Greek, chain. Though all the chains, the gold chains. I wasn't rich like Taz, so I didn't have all those Greek chains.
Right.
No.
Episode 142, we welcome the great man himself. Tone, how you going, mate?
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Of course, the magical man, the conductor, the worldwide. Here he is, Marto, the UK, slaughtering.
Yes.
Hey, beautiful people, this is my face.
There we go. And then, of course, we go to the Taslator. And wasn't it great to see, Tone, how good the Taslator was last Saturday with the chucky wheel?
Yes,
well
it was
and truly
lightning.
oiled.
See the flames coming off it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Fire.
Now, talking about on fire, Tassie, I was thinking about us as racetracks the other day. I think I put it in the message. Tone, aka Mr. Headquarters, Flemington, traditional. The best. Everybody aspires to. Just Flemington, yeah. And then you've got Marto, who's Sandown. 171 meetings a year. It's a bit like Marto's sports bet tips every week. Just a lazy 84 and a half a week. And then, of course, I thought, Taz, you have to be Moonee Valley, Death Valley, where champions are made. And you have to be quirky to be able to run there. And then I thought to myself, what is Pezza? And, of course, I'm Caulfield, which is absolutely fucked.
Renovating.
Look, I think, I don't think that's too bad. But if you were going to go Australia-wide and consider it that way as well, I reckon Tone would also be the Gold Coast because it's a nice tight turn, and I've heard Tone is a little bit tight. Is that right?
The track or the turf?
Oh, no, the turf.
It likes a bit of stand up the track, doesn't it?
He might be Kilcoy. He might be the Moonee Valley of the
Moonee Valley of the bush.
Bush, yeah.
Gold Coast, that's as dodgy as the bloody Mornington and all those other country tracks. We're
not talking about the
Mornington.
Provincial tracks, are we, Tone? We're off to Hawkesbury this week, Mornington. What more do you want?
Tone, do you reckon? Tone, who do you reckon would be Fanny Bay though?
Fanny Bay, where's Twat? Where's that?
Darwin.
Darwin. Who would be Fanny Bay? That's what I'd like to know.
Lukey Mullins.
Lukey.
Hey, Lukey. Where would Costa be? Do you think?
Well, I think
Stony Creek.
I think Barney's
Stony Creek.
I think Barney's a bit of a cunning stunt. He might be up Fanny Bay.
Yes.
But anyway, I'd just like to say, Tassie, well done the Chocky Wheel last week. And then the great man himself, Tone, the treasures were back.
Yes, we had a bit of at last a turnaround on Tuesday. Yes, it was nice to get two winners, a second and a third. So if you had a place multi, you're probably looking at about 14 to 1, I think, or 10 to 1.
Yeah, no, well done, Tone.
You were just proving that Cheltenham wasn't a fluke, mate. You've carried on. Well done.
Carried on, yes. Well,
no, Aintree.
No, Cheltenham was first, though. You just shown that it wasn't a fluke.
Yep.
Yeah, but you know what he's done, though?
It.
You know what he's done now?
Yeah, Taz,
he sacked me.
Can you explain something like Team TNT is Taz and Tone? Is that right, or Tone?
No.
I'm not sure.
No, it's Tone and whoever Tone wants. So it's Tone and Tone or Tone and Taz. I'm his bitch.
And then he
says, what he does is, he just rings me up. Yeah. I know all the time.
Pandora's box, and out he comes.
That's it. That's what he does. Yeah.
He jumps out.
Jeez, maybe Tone is up at Fatty Bay there as a cunning stunt. I don't know.
Oh, well, he's kicked me to the curb again. But you know what?
What?
I reckon he could be calling me back again as well.
Oh,
he's got me like on a rope or something, like or one of those anklets where I can't go too far. Yeah. You know what I mean? So he knows where I am.
Got your speed dial, speed dial.
Yeah. Hey, well done, Matto. You found the winner in the grant. Well done, mate. Anyway,
yes.
Titanium tip. Cold Crusher did exactly that. Crushed it, as in crushed.
Crushed it like a mosquito up against the windscreen. Yeah, no good.
It was a nice day for sweepers.
Yeah,
it was a good run. It was a ran honest fourth.
It was fair, but it was a good day for sweepers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Look, if it was an under-18s athletics race, you still get a ribbon. No, you still get a ribbon.
You get a participation ribbon.
Yeah, you would have. No, they give them white ones. They get white ones for fourth.
Yeah, surrender.
Now,
that's right.
How good is Pezza? Loves the Kiwi Swede. Loves backing Bjorny Baker in the last in Sydney. Bjorny Baker takes overpass there after one trial, which it blitzed, which it always does, and then outlasted Millie's duel. But Pez is on tricks of the trade. It was an honest run, just not good enough against the class of the duel and of course overpass. And I tell you what, everyone's gone about Amelia's duel, but his overpass was strong in the finish. He had no right to win.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we expected him to fade, but he didn't. He just, like you said, he kept kicking.
Put his neck out, put the little nose out. And
yeah, that's right.
Joshy Parr, the money jock. Once you see
Parr, that's what I'm trying to think the jockey.
And Rachel King on a Bjorny Baker. Geez, you jump on, I tell you. The Greek Freak Tricketeer tricked us all, scratched.
It did. And I wasn't that disappointed because if you remember and if you go back to the video, the way that I saw the race mapping was that it was going to be Tricketeer and Rothko.
Yes.
And once Tricketeer was out, all I had to do was just load up on Rothko. And guess what?
There you go.
It worked that way.
I have to apologise to the Polty Familiar. I was with Tone last Saturday and I didn't realise that you wanted to put Rothko as your tip.
It doesn't matter anyway. If anyone, it doesn't really matter because my main tip got scratched. But if anyone watched the show, once they saw Tricketeer was out, if they read between the lines, because the people at the Palmy at Polty are very smart, highly intellectual people. We've got IQs of at least 15.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no low IQs here.
Yeah. I reckon we're pushing 60 divided by 4.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Now, look, I'll watch out for it.
Time Bill the Boxer was pretty good.
No, that was me.
For a nice place, not bad. It wasn't too bad.
My name's Matto. This is me.
No, I was just trying to get time to say something.
Sorry.
32 minutes.
Yeah, Bill the Boxer, it wasn't a bad run. Yeah, it wasn't pulled up by the jockey. Actually, Yeah.
Thanks, thoughts?
Well done, Matto. No.
I thought Bill the Boxer was honest. He gave everything he had. He went the distance, but the decision didn't go our way. It was a TKO. But yes, probably next start.
I thought it was pretty not a bad run, actually.
It sort of loomed, but the winners kicked away.
And then we just have to, I was with Time where we're listening for the last leg, and what's the caller's name in Sydney, Tassie? Marto, you'd know.
I'm not sure. Not Keller. I remember.
But he's so good. His voice, his intonation, his emphasis, and when he just said, with about 150 to 200 to go, democracy, but it's game over.
And I tell you what. Tyler took her up the rail when nobody was winning on the rail all day, and he's done it again. He's gone up the rail when nobody's playing and found it.
And then Tone, you should have seen the face on it. It's like when you're a little kid and you're playing cricket at Barney. He's got the metal stumps, and he's not happy because you make fun of his bowling action, and then he takes his metal stumps away. So Tone's face was like Barney's when you put shit on him for his bowling action. Tone's
you didn't let him change it.
He was so upset, the poor man.
Racing.
You didn't miss much. What did the quaddie pay? $50? $150?
We would have lost $3, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Paid 147 that I saw. But my point is, and we see like the Polty Palmy, they don't see this behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But Pezza forced me to take 3, whereas I only wanted to take 2. Forced me, right? And then if he didn't force me, I'm sure we could have snuck in Democracy Manifest and we would have got it.
We said no. Remember, Tone wanted to put it in. We wouldn't let him.
Yeah, we wouldn't let him change his mind.
No.
He said, no, you've left it out. Leave it as it is.
They stitched you up. You wanted it in. I know you, Tone. You told me when you were ringing me late at night.
I nearly got the coin if bloody Danaher had stopped playing with himself in the fucking last quarter. God.
He kicks 4 goals in the first half and then kicks 1-4 in the second half. What's going on there?
Yeah, I think he I don't know what he did. He just went
missing.
That's all
Tone cared about was like how many goals has Danaher kicked. He must have had a fucking fortune on it. Because that's all he kept going. Like poor old Pez is dying inside because we're getting absolutely pumped. And then
I've got to ask you, Taz.
He's like, kick it to Danaher.
I've got to ask you, Taz. How did Melbourne go? You said just get on Melbourne last week. How'd they go?
Oh, I don't know.
I can't remember. How did they go?
I think the Bombers showed up.
Well done, the Chucky wheel, mate. Well done, the Chucky.
They'll bounce back. That
was great. Back to the racing.
Let's deflect. Forget about it.
I'm trying to help you out, Taz, so you don't. All your mates can stop fucking messaging me now about your bloody. We're just trying to save you.
Wait till fucking Enzo gets onto you. Anyway.
Race 2, number 2, Long Arm, and race 7, number 11, Kill Out. Go, beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you about Long Arm. I'll tell you a little story because it was 8-1 and I did get on at 8-1. But the only reason that this horse came to my attention was I was at a function. And I was just talking to people. And they were talking horses and I was like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, I interrupted. And the guy turns around and he says, do you know the horse Long Arm? And I'm like, yeah. Fucking, I had no idea about it. But yeah. He goes, well, you watch. It's going to have a good prep.
Your cousin
and then when I saw it run, hey?
Your cousin trains it.
Yeah, I know. Well, these guys were straight off the boat too. So they were all cousins, but maybe more distant. But as a result, I've ended up following it. And once I saw it go over there, once Vermelli was scratched, the market got a hold of it. The Greeks unloaded all their cash money.
Kiliako was really tough win. It was under the pump and did well to win, but Long Arm was in a different league. It was a nice one.
Yeah, well, Kiliako cost us a couple of weeks before. But anyway, it was nice, always nice.
Yeah, well done, mate. Well thought out. And, Tone was very up and about because he had a bit on the old Yankee, Tony. You never know what he's doing, the old fella. He's like,
no, I only had me football double, big boy.
Now, Tone, this is one of yours.
No, it's mine.
I think we've all tipped this one.
We've all owned this one.
We've all tipped this.
I'm going back to her because
Mardo's found one. Race 8, number 6, Written Beauty. It wasn't in my quaddy numbers, but it is now, Tassie, because I thought if I don't put it in and Mardo's wins, holy shit, will you give it to me next week?
Yes.
This little mare, she's just got so much talent. She should have won so many more races, but she brings herself unstuck. She sticks in the gate. She gets slow out. She kicks and squeals and mucks around. But this week, Waller has said to Joe Moreira, who do you want to ride? And he said, I want to ride Written Beauty because she's ready. He's jumped off Princess Grace and chosen Written Beauty.
There we go.
She gets the right sort of conditions, a little bit of moisture in the track. The 1300 is between the 12 and 1400. I think it's right up her alley. Perfect draw in barrier 6. Joe, if he can get her settled, she'll take a nice little sit, maybe 2 or 3 pairs back, one off the rail, and be ready to pounce late. At $12, I want to be on her. I can't let her go.
The Magic Man on, I tend to agree. I missed it in my first four. So I've thrown it in as well. But, gee, she breaks your heart, this girl. She breaks your heart.
Does she what? I had her first up, and I remember, and I reckon if we go back through the video, Pezza, if you can, this is when she ran first up because she trialled like a champion, as she always does.
Yes.
And I remember that particular day, Mardo was telling me, no go, can't win, too many problems, does too much wrong.
Mardo, Tony tipped it before the X and the 2. He tipped it around 6.
Yes, we've all had a snip. None of us have caught up.
Remember, it got too far back. Tone screamed home for second.
Look, I'm going to be honest. This is the first time I'm actually backing her in since she was a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
When she was breaking track records.
I am. Yes,
I just led you in there, mate.
Yeah, you've got the best result from
if
all of us so
anybody's
far,
going to
mate.
get it up, it's Joey Moreira. But my TAB account is fucking waiting. This horse owes me a fortune.
Oh,
yeah. So it needs to win at 12-1. If he can't get it home, it's a dog with fleas. I'll never back it again. So I've had
I'm going to give you my numbers right now. Can I make it really simple? It's number 6 from barrier 6, and it's run 7th, 4th, and 5th. So it's going to run 6th.
There we go.
That's it, boys.
Perfect.
Mardo,
what does Mardo think?
It's all over. Oh, my God, not again.
I love it.
We can't win even Mardo's told. Now, talking about something that can win, and that's Tassie when he goes up north and he finds one. Race 8.
I have found one, Tumbler Ridge, and I tell you what, this horse is 4th up. And this horse's record 4th up is 4 times for 4 wins.
Ooh,
over 1,600 over 1,600 at this track, 2 starts for 2 wins.
Oh, Toes, I've got.
This is ready to go. Boris Thornton loves this horse. He's ridden it, I think, 3 or 4 out of its 7 wins. He's been on it. I know down the bottom there's one that Pezzi, at Santoro. I just think it's going to I think it's going to get too far back.
Form of its
and
life.
I think the way that this race will map,
Santoro's one of the last 2, pretty easy.
Yeah, it has, but it's going to get out the back, so it's going to be trying to stalk. Yep. And I don't know if it's going to be able to catch it. Tumbler Ridge, its last start, really, really worked home beautifully.
Yep.
And I wouldn't be surprised, like most of the horses that I tip, if it goes from 550 into 450, and then there's a few scratchings, and it starts at I was going to say about $3.20.
180's on.
So for me, I reckon it's all good. It's going to just settle off the pace, and I think it maps the best twin.
Usually the OJ and the Hoisted, they've got those really good owners, Mardo, with the black silks with the big green dots. But I tell you what, the old purple with the checks, they go all right, these silks.
Love the purple.
Hoisted,
they do look good. And I'll tell you now, it's this one's been backed in this evening already to 480. So someone's leaked your mail. Someone's leaked your mail.
Tone's on already.
The Tasselator, he's got his millions on already.
No,
it was a bit like the one I had in South Africa last night. Tipped it at 440 on the page, and it started at 270.
I tell you what, it was a cosmic event when it won.
It won easy too.
Yeah,
you blokes bet around the clock. I need some sleep.
It's more fun that way.
No, but it's not. No, it's not that tone. What it is, I black booked this thing a while ago.
You black book the world, mate. You're on everything. 24/7, you've got bets on.
How have you got a black book in South Africa? You're worse than me.
No, because there was remember when there was a stage? No, there was a stage when Mardo was looking at South Africa.
Blame Mardo now,
no, I am. I am going to blame him. He introduced me to that.
Created a monster.
And because he was tipping a few races and stuff, I started to watch a few, and it just I thought,
was Mardo tipping a few races? Was he?
Yeah, and I thought, this thing goes all right. I might black book this.
Mardo, you were tipping a few races, and then all of a sudden, Pez has got a black book in South Africa.
At least Pez is Australian and he's loyal. He only goes down to bloody Tasmania.
Hey, listen.
Oh, Jesus.
To the Afrikaners.
All that matters is it won.
It did. Honestly, it doesn't take much to bring him in South Africa either, because the pool's not that big.
I love when Taz puts a black booker up like at some random place, because I'm like, geez, I'm fucking on here. I'm putting a million. Because if he gives you a black book at fucking Zanu, there's shit house. But I tell you what, if he gives you one, there's fucking black book at fucking Warwick.
Well, do you remember
a black book at Kenilworth? Get on.
Yeah,
I forgot. Yeah, but I forgot to tell you. Like last week, remember how I was telling you that English horse, Silver Warrior, that they scratched and stuff. It won at the Gold Coast. Of course, third Australian start.
Of course it did.
How many?
We just talking about a winner. We got Marky Costa, not Kostya. Now, Marky Costa today, he sent me a message and he goes, Pez, you wouldn't believe this. I don't know what odds I'd get, but I've just backed 5 horses around Australia and they've all finished last.
That's like Keno, isn't it? You get under 20, you get a prize.
So I sent back, I'm like, no words, mate. I don't know what to say, but
Poor bastard.
Anyway, we're going to Hawkesbury now. Tone, you love a provincial meeting, don't you? You love a provincial city meeting. This gets you
Provincials on Saturday. How good is it?
How good is it?
It is.
Hawkesbury,
how good it's about as good as the southern end of a northbound camel. That's how much I love Provincial.
Oh, now come on, Tone.
Oh, geez,
the track is just about as good as Kembla Green. It's the best, one of the best provincial tracks outside of Sydney.
Beautiful.
It is.
Grafton gets me up and about, mate.
Yeah, I used to love Grafton.
Oh, you're very good at Grafton and Hawkesbury.
No, I prefer the beef capital in New South Wales in Casino, 100 kilometres north of Grafton. That's the track. And you know what they've got there as well? They've got greyhounds there as well.
You know what Tone used to do? He used to date
back to 5.
He used to date a chicken Parks, and he used to date a chicken Forbes.
And?
Yeah, well, that's how dodgy the prick was. He'd drive 15k both ways just to knock something off.
Tone. Anyway, I'll give you some now. Back to yellow at the Casino Dogs anyway. That'll do you. Get the yellow.
Race
7. Never back the 5 box. It's a squeeze box. I never back the 5 box.
1, 3, 6, and 7. Tassie, take us away, mate. Let's hurry it up.
The fortune teller it is. Look, J-Max being booked.
Yes, I'm on.
It's come back to a little bit of form. This thing, early days was showing anything and everything. I'm on it. Hell, I am. Yep. I'm prepared to forgive last start. And then it's best, I reckon it's a good chance. So I throw that in because I think this is a really open race. Atmosphere, always got to have a blue battler when there's a blue battler in the race.
Always.
It won third. It has won third up before, and at the distance, it's been 2 wins and a placing, I think, out of its 4 starts.
Can I back you up there? Can I back you up there, Tassie? In the last 12 months, who's the best jockey at Hawkesbury?
Who is?
Who do you think?
Oh, geez, I know you're going to make me fucking have a good look at it. Who is
riding your horse, Taz?
Is it little Rach?
No, Tyler Schiller, but Rachel King second.
Oh, okay. Geez, I didn't know that. I didn't go to that far.
Tyler Schiller's about 47 points up. That's how good he is.
Has he got a ride in here? So, no, I haven't even put him in because the next one I've gone the Hawaii 5-0.
And Dano, get on.
Book him.
I have
Hawaii 5-0.
Absolutely. And I reckon this horse here, Hawaii 5-0, has got a lot of ability.
Yes.
But I reckon Gay just now that she's taken it on, she hasn't got it right because this thing just keeps trialling and trialling and trialling, which tells me that it needs to learn. And I'll tell you what, if you're persevering with a horse that much and it's that price, it tells me that the stable knows something. So the 7 goes in for sure. That's it.
Beautiful, mate. Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
All good.
All good. Pez has got the second leg again, just keeps winning Pez and Taz and Tone, or not Tone. But anyway, I've got to throw in Yes Pat because if there's any leader bias, that's the one who's just going to jump and run. Princess Grace is the form horse. You know, Tassie's all over. It's in those colours with the yellow stars, the star, whatever, called thoroughbreds. Absolutely flew last start to miss, but Princess Grace is probably probably the horse you'd follow her out of the race. Written Beauty, I've got to throw it in because Marto did. I didn't have it in my top 4, but just because I hate it, because it always gets too far back and it always runs home and looks like, geez, I'm going to back it again next start.
Yeah,
but Marto's told me it's only going to get about 3 pairs back, not 18 pairs back.
We're hoping.
Right.
Joe's got a jumper first.
Yeah, rightio. And then the 10 and the 12. I don't know. It's a tough race. You know, if you had some money, you'd throw in the 18 mare to air. If you like one that's rough, throw in Meg. But holy shit, if Princess Grace doesn't win this, I think something's wrong with the racing industry.
Oh, I don't know. Like I said, I picked Written Beauty here, but I also like Never Talk. I think if it can overcome the barrier draw, I think Never Talk is the same too.
Yep, totally agree.
So you got the winner there, Pezza.
Awesome.
You got the winner.
Marky Costa. 3, 4, 7, 10, and 12. The great man. He's got floating hours, pretty keen. And he's dropped Jojo was a man like a hot cake because he backed it last start, the quaddie, and he goes, not again. So I reckon he's got it again. He's got a tough race again, hasn't he? But geez, he's all over it.
Oh, look, he's gone okay, but I don't know. I just don't know. You know, I just don't know with with Costa because Just Folk is one that, I don't know. Something about Just Folk concerns me.
Okay.
Jojo was a man. If he's dropped it, gee whiz, I don't know.
I'll tell you why.
Sometimes it's like taking off a winning chip.
Like leaders. Hawkesbury doesn't like leaders.
No.
They tend to come from
Jojo need
behind
to lead?
Hawkesbury. Hawkesbury always leads. Jojo always leads.
No, Jojo comes behind him.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh,
no, come on. Jojo sits up forward. He either leads or sits on pace. I like Jack Spoke here. I think he's ready to go.
Yeah. Again, I think
good on you, Mark. I reckon you got the winner here, buddy.
Yeah.
I reckon he has got a tough leg, but tougher than that, I think, is the last leg.
The last leg, Tone's got 3, 4, 5, and 12. And of course, Tone, this week he hasn't missed Democracy Manifest. Good job, Tone. You've got it in.
Yes. Spangler. Now, that's got it. J-Mac. You can't go past J-Mac, can you? Yeah, you got to put him in. I don't like all these country races either, like, as you know. So I've chucked in Spangler. Mystery Shot, there's a roughie at 20, 27 skins.
Yeah, Matty goes all right. Matty Dale goes all right at Hawkesbury. Don't worry about that.
In my book, absolutely in my book. Wicklow, that's another, wasn't a bad fourth, I think, first up after a spell. It's, Nash is on there. Look, I don't know.
They fire second up, don't they?
Yeah. And I've thrown in the 12, which is, I can't see it on the screen.
Estadio Mastella.
There we go. We've got to have a little bit of Spanish in there.
Moreira.
$4, Moreira. Like you said, can't miss him out.
I thought you'd be on the 10 toed, Pervade, because it sounds like pervert.
Pervade. Oh, yes, Brett Preble. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's another one of those dodgy races in the countryside.
But I'm glad you haven't missed Democracy Manifest this week. Well done, mate.
Put the favourite in.
Put the favourite in. Well done.
Because you love the favourites, you pricks. I'm not a favourite punter like you bastards. We're always backing favourites at $1.80 and $1.08.
We're not backing favourites. We're just adding them to the quaddy in case they are.
Mardo told us last week.
Then you lose Manifest body anyway.
3 out of 4 first up, Tone.
What about the 2 bears? Do you rate the?
You know, everyone's a fucking motor mechanic peasant like you are. You're a motor mechanic, same as everyone else. Like,
Tone, are the 2 bears a chance? There's 2 bears in this race.
There is.
Tassie, you've also missed the watch name, Big Dick. 10, 12, 12. What's the ruling number there, big boy? You haven't got it. 12.
Oh, hang on. What's it called, Tone? The 12. No.
12 there. Big boy. You haven't got a 12 in your
No, I don't know if I couldn't have a 12 in mine, could I?
No. Well, you could.
Could I?
Danny Schofield, Annabelle Nation, they got it right.
Gee whiz. Do you reckon just throw a gold coin on a 12, 12, 12?
All right, enough of Tone. And, I tried to set him up the Democracy Manifest about 18 times, but he couldn't say, oh, Lord.
There's been a big cock.
I haven't missed the favourite this time. But anyway.
Pezzy, you're full of shit, as usual. Full of shit. You're like a broken fucking snowball.
It's good content.
Full of shit.
The truth of the matter is, I think that as human beings, we all are. That's why we've got an arsehole, so that we can put it out.
Yeah. The other thing, Taz, Pezzy's a prick. He's the scumbag. He sees what prices we've backed horses at, and then if we go rough, he'll go a favourite. But because we've gone close to the money in the market, he becomes the big deck, gets his hand out with your yellow hand there, and goes for a 20-1 shot.
Yeah, but Tone, the beauty of it all though is that no, please let me finish. Is it doesn't really matter when they don't win, whether they're short prices or long prices. It's all about tipping winners. So he can try to filter if we're taking your argument, but if they're not winning, his filter's not working.
Mornington, race 5, number 14. Matty Laurie loves training a horse at Mornington. Don't worry about that. He's got a couple in the first and second. I'm going to have a multi on him. Mickey D's riding. He's got one over in Morphettville in race 4.
Yeah, he's taken it over.
Daunchy. It's not a bad price too for Zachy Spain. But I found one, race 5, number 14, Big Apple. It was probably too bad to be true its last run, Tone, as you would imagine. You would have seen this and done your homework for everybody. But it was
I see you're
really
still shagging
ordinary.
the same jockey all the time. Bang, 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 Gowdry, yeah.
It was just a really weird run. Everything was just weird about it. And I just thought, well, anyway, I'll probably follow up on this next start. Of course, it's up in class a bit. It's not a bad horse, but this race is pretty open. There's no real hot pot in it. Big Apple, Celine Gaudry, she's on the minimum claiming 3, which me and Harms up in Cairns love. It's just a dart, and just hopefully Matty Laurie's got her on the till.
What did you think of seriously, did you think the ride or the run last start was that bad? Because I don't think it was that bad.
I thought it was just weird, though. I just thought you could have released the break a bit earlier, and it was just weird. It was just, I don't know.
Obviously pulled up to get the price this week, next start.
Yeah, well Celine's gone on claiming that she's on the minimum. She's only run around at 51 kegs, so...
Yeah, and she rode, 3 or 4 at Sandown on Wednesday? She's on fire at the moment.
Yeah, she did, yeah.
And about race 5, a girl jock, Tone, usually rides a winner.
I don't know where you pulled that stat from.
Well, Angela, no, they do. They do?
Yeah. All right. I can't say I followed that one, so I can't.
They don't ride a leg of the quaddie, but they usually get one in before. So anyway.
Right.
Randwick, race 7, number 11, Tony. Randwick, Hawkesbury. Jesus Christ, where am I? Doomben.
What?
Oh,
Jesus.
Sorry.
There we go, Doomben. Yeah, had to go up north with Taz to get away from all the other rubbish that's out there, all those country tracks that are worse than the North Korean bloody highway, which is full of bloody mortar holes.
Oh.
So I've gone up, way up north, up there, put on the Hawaii 5-0 Bookham Dano Hawaiian shirt and the shorts and the sunglasses, but not Taz's moustache, and gone for Street Gossip. Now, what's his name? Tommy Sherry. He doesn't always pull him up. He owes me money, the same as that other prick.
Tom, what's Tommy Sherry doing up in Brisbane?
Well, he's up there, trying to make some money, I suppose. Oh. 550, get on. One last start at Wyong. Ready to go. That's it.
Tone, do you remember your mate that you used to give us the colonies?
Yes.
You know, those tips. Well, one of the first ones he ever tipped us is the top weight in this race.
What's that?
Oh,
Wolverine.
Oh, that's a scumbag of a horse. It's a dog with fleas. Yeah, it's another one. Yeah.
Well done. You're getting a fair bit of money back this week if you follow us in. Mardo's pretty keen on Street Gossip as well, so if you're a follower of Mardo and he's
definitely
tip, good luck. Again,
see, I'm out to the curb again. Mardo and Tone.
Street Gossip because it's come up from Wyong. Keeps Tommy Sherry on. 1600's the right distance for it for a this time of its career. So let's go.
Peter likes the Anzac Day game. In a way, I wish I broke for Carlton or Essendon. I'm going for the Anzac Day medalists, and Darcy Moore's really leading from the front. You had Nicky Winmar and the boys saying sorry to him the other day with a welcome to bloody Victoria Park thing. So it was bloody good on Darcy, good on the captain of the Collingwood Footy Club to be involved and get around Nicky Winmar after 30 years of him and Gilbert McAdam getting sprayed left, right and centre for the colour of their skin. So I'm going for Big Darcy.
And it's sad it's still happening.
Yeah, that's right. Collingwood, Tone, you're pretty keen on the points?
Yes, mate. No, this is going to be a goal-a-thon. They're just going to kick goals, both ends. It's just going to be pump, pump, pump. The big day, the big players. Actually, 2 teams who've got decent players. I got on at 188. It's shortening now into 174. It's money in the bank. Just back the truck up, collect, off you go.
Taz, you're pretty keen on the halfback flanker to show the way, the Anzac spirit.
I am. I'm going for good old Mr. Maynard, Braden. I love the way the guy plays his footy.
Yeah, and I wish he played at North.
I just think that I think that clubs, specifically this week, they're going to really tag Nick Dacos. And I reckon Braden Maynard might do a number on an Essendon half forward and also be that guy that pushes through the midfield. So 25 possessions, shut down job, maybe kicks a goal. Just hand him the medal.
And then Marto's gone completely against the grain. Me and you were pretty keen on the Collingwood players, but Marto's gone.
No. Forget about Collingwood. I told you last week Essendon are back. Taz, you said get on Melbourne because they'll beat Essendon, and I think Essendon beat Melbourne quite convincingly in the end.
Yep.
Look, if Essendon do show up again this week and they are to beat Collingwood, it's going to be on the back of Darcy Parish. He won this medal last year with a lazy 44 possessions. And if he gets 40 plus again today, then Essendon will beat Collingwood, and I'll back Darcy Parish in as second favourite to win the medal. Because we need someone else to shut down Dacos, though, because it could be a Parish on Dacos sort of thing, and they cancel each other out.
It's interesting that he's I didn't realise that Parish and Cripper are such good friends.
Yeah,
and word has it that they get together for coffee because Parish is still not committed.
No, he's a free agent next year. And
so
I just want to say, Tony loves spanking. He really does. He likes putting a new bottom over his lap and making it red. The AFL needs a spanking, Tone, because tonight they've missed out on I have no idea now why there isn't a Thursday night game every week. We want it. The public want it.
Yes.
Go up against the NRL. It's just to lay down misère.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
like you said,
bad mistake. They've
just handed one to the NRL by not putting a match on.
I think Saturday you got against the grain here. He wants to go against the grain.
I'm not going against the grain. I think we've got 5 Thursdays, but you've got to think about those suburban football because these Thursday night games have destroyed suburban league football. You know, Thursday night training,
there he is,
Thursday night drinks.
From over the hill.
So. You know, it's not just about the bloody corporates. What about the suburban, the grassroots? So
all those
I agree,
clowns in the AFL management in a fucking circus. You know, they're getting paid for not doing a good job. Way overpaid. They're useless.
Perfect.
But really, is it that important to have a Thursday?
Mate. We're talking about the AFL.
Oh, gee
whiz. Looks like we're going to run out of time. We could talk forever, but unfortunately, that's it. Hooroo, boys, put a line through it. And
Kamora, Mornington Cup.
Good Kamora at 70 skins.
No, fancy
Ring of Steel, race 4 Doomba and get on at 240, just a multi-banker.